Hi everyone, it's Jenny at Joey and Jenny's Little Yellow House. We're on YouTube and Instagram at Joey143Jenny, and we're on Facebook at Joey and Jenny's Little Yellow House. Okay, well, I am taking a little break from working on journals, and I am in my calendar collage. So if you're new to my channel and you haven't seen this, I just took an old calendar and I just collage in each of the squares. And as you can see, sometimes I'll do two to a square, one picture for two squares. And this one is a lot out of magazines, and this is out of a catalog and different things like that. So some of them are out of digitals that I have leftover scraps, which is what I'm going to do today. And like this one is out of wrapping, some of the wrapping paper, and this, some more out of catalogs. I think that is a Harry and David or something catalog. And then, a lot of them are from journals that I had worked on prior to doing that particular collage. I don't necessarily go, like if it's February, I don't necessarily do Valentine's or anything like that. I just like to do the collaging part of it. This one I did because I had done some, you may remember I did a little series on trying to use my maps up. Guess what? I ended up donating an entire box of vintage maps that, like roadside maps, because I just could not use them enough. So I still have some, but it really freed up some space. This is, isn't that pretty? This is just some different, what am I trying to say? Digitals that I used. And then after I got them on here, I just went around some of them with a black pen just to make a difference. This is a Joey card maker one, plus some others that are in here. A little bit of Mama Gombe or faux leather in here as well. These again, just some different digitals that I used, and some, this is, what is this, 49 and Market. I had just gotten that new little stamp box, and so I was eager to use some of those, so it worked out pretty good in here. And then I just stamped some stuff on it. This is just some randoms, again, just using from things that I had used to collage. I can't remember the kit that was out of, but then I just put some things around and outlined them with my marker. It's kind of fun. Oh, this one isn't finished yet. This is one that my daughter's working on. I need to tell her it's not done yet. She thought it was really fun, so she got out some of my scraps and she started working on it, and I really love how she's doing with it. This is one that I did with some old Christmas cards. I just cut them out, and then some other stuff. Lots of washi. And that brings us to today. What we're working on is I have a bunch of my rose scraps. And I also wanted to show you how I go about cutting those up, or tearing them up actually. But first, let me tell you that I'm going to be using some of the scraps that I've already torn up from bigger scraps that I had. And some of them are from the Junk Journal Studio, All Things Roses. Some of them are from Melina 1202 Big Bundle Shabby Journal. And is that it? Yeah. And then also, here's some scraps that I'm working on right now. And then also, if I get time on this video, I'm going to take some of my freebies by Kate. On Etsy, she's Kate Craft Store. You can also find her at www.katecrafts.com. I follow her on Facebook, and once in a while, pretty often actually, she gives freebies. And so here's one that I had printed, so I'll probably use a little bit of that at the end as well. So I'm going to set that aside just to have some more scraps, a little more room. Okay, let's tear some more. So basically what I do, so this one is already, I'll line it up here. Let's see, is it lined up better that way? On this particular calendar, it's shorter width and longer length. So this one's already been trimmed off. And then, okay, so what I do is I just put it on a block, and then I use the other lines as my guide. Makes it a little easier. Put that over a little bit. Yeah. And that's all I do. And then I just tear me up some. And if I do more than I'm going to use, I'll probably use them in a collage at some time. I really don't do more than like 3 to 5. Kind of keep the numbers fairly even. But here I go with 4 because I'm not going to have enough for 5. But maybe I'll just toss that one in my other bucket and keep these in this one. I like this scrap as well. I did not format this right when I was printing, so I have a lot of white to get rid of. But we'll take care of that while we're at it. Hope everybody's having a good day. This is a nice, relaxing thing to do. You can do it even with your kids or, you know, grandchildren, whatever. So I'm going to line that up here. Then I'm going to line at the top here and the bottom line here. Tear that. Then I just turn it like this because, like I said, they're not square. So I just tear it, you know, turn the table here. Yeah, I hope you get to do something like this. Take an old magazine, newspaper, like I did on that one page, some maps. You could do all of them in just washi tape if you wanted to. And that little guy is just going to go in my regular scrap bucket. Excuse me. Okay, that's plenty, I think, for that one. Let's try this one. I thought this would be really pretty. We'll see. Sometimes I tear these and then I don't use them. Let's go this way so I can see what I'm doing. And then I don't use them all. I tear way more than I really need, but actually I like the tearing as much as I like the gluing. So that's that. I already have put down some. I've gotten started. I always like to put personal dates. I cover those up first. No other reason, just privacy, I guess. Where's that at? Okay. All right, I think we're ready to get started. So there's really no rhyme or reason, but, well, I say that, there's no rules. I do have a little bit of a rhyme to it, and basically what that is I don't like to, for myself, I don't like to diagonal or up and down. I don't like two the same touching. And typically, I don't like two the same in a row. So with that being said, I just try to go about it, you know, whimsically without too much more thought than that. So that's about it. So let's see. I'm going to go right here, I think. So Joey and I traveled. If you watched any of my other videos, Joey and I traveled this past weekend, and we came across a Buc-ee's. I'm not sure what it's called, if it's called a gas station. Okay, so that's in the same row. Probably won't do that. Could go up here, though. It's a little big. It'll be covered up a little bit. I don't know what I did there. We'd never been to one, so we stopped. And it's just outside of town. And see what all the hoopla is about. And I can see where children would definitely enjoy it. We didn't buy anything. People are probably at the door thinking, what? You're not going to buy anything? But there was a great energy, very, very light, very bright, lots of lights, very well organized, extremely clean. And yeah, so looks like it'd be a nice place to get some unique things, to stocking stuffers. Okay. All right, so on this one, I don't have any on this row, which is fine. I have plenty of others, but I wouldn't put one on this row because it's going to touch others. So that's basically it. These are kind of pretty. These off color, kind of a grayish. Oh, other thing I was going to tell you about this is that I typically will just use my Elmer's on this one because that way I'm not using up my Oohoo, It's a lot of gluing, and Elmer's is fairly economical. And I feel like for something like this, it works just fine. Maybe that'll go there. Okay. Maybe one more of that dark one there, if I can find one. I did do a couple that had already been torn. I had some that I had already torn to make something else. So I'll put those on. It's just going to cover 1.5. So I'm going to use it to cover up on top of another one. So I have a few of those. Let's put a few of these down. Then we can cover up those. Use those to cover up some. Let's go right here. Yeah, so anyway, so we went to Buc-ee's, and it was kind of late because we got home kind of late. The place was packed. Kids running everywhere. And I said, what a great place for kids, man. This, it's open and it's very kid friendly, it seemed. So that's fun. I really liked it. I really liked the atmosphere. Another thing they had, if you don't have a Buc-ee's or haven't ever been to one, is there is a, like they have a bakery and they have, glazed nuts, like pecans. Let's see, they had pecans, almonds, cashews, almonds, cashews, and something else, but I don't remember. Ooh, sorry about that. Okay, so see, this one's just going to kind of hang over that one a little bit. So I went ahead, just out of fun, I edged it with my vintage photo. Okay. All right. Now, what color do we need? How about some of these roses? Got one here. Maybe one there. Oh, and I have a double on that one too. That looks kind of close though. That's a lot of roses together. I'll go like that. That's about the only thinking I put in it, really. And it's not like it's, you can't cover it up, doodle over it, or paint over it, or whatever. You can do all of that. It's really fun. If you haven't done it, use your old calendars, or sometimes, like this one's a 2022. I started it in 2023. Gosh, I wonder if I kept any 2023s to do it again. If not, oh, look at, I did that one short. That's okay. I'll put something there. If not, I have a couple of other 2022s that I saved. So I'll have plenty probably. I think I'm going to do another yellow. I think that's pretty. Wonder how I got that one so short. Maybe that was another one that was going to hang over on something. Oh, that's in the same row. About right here. Okay. This row needs some stuff. Oh, I've got these blues. Oh, I some of them were double-sided. I forgot about that. Here's another one that could kind of lap over something. These light ones are kind of pretty. It's a long one. I wonder where those other, that's pretty. Get that one out too. It doesn't go with that one, but it doesn't matter. Probably came off the same paper as this one. Let's put that there. Ooh, that's pretty too. Just one little single bud. When we got back from our weekend, Joey was exhausted. He was so tired. He was the driver. It's not easy with me as a passenger because I'm a nervous wreck the whole time. Yeah, I think what happened is this was supposed to go this way where it was skinnier. Let's see if I can get that off and try that. And that's probably what happened with that one. Maybe it'll go this way. Yeah. Anyways, I'm a nervous wreck, which makes a driver. Well, Joey doesn't get really nervous, but makes him trying to calm me at the same time. He's trying to drive and pay attention, and I am just... So I try to close my eyes, try to do something else. But the other problem is I get really car sick, so I can't read or distract that way. Once in a while, I'll take something to fussy cut for a little bit or sew for a little bit, but I can't do it for very long. That is for sure. I think this little guy's done. So it makes for a long road trip for him, I'm sure. Okay, got a lot right here, and I don't know. Let's see, what about this one? See, I have a long. Now it needs to go this way. Let's do it. Yeah, so I'm not a great passenger, and I don't like to drive that much. I can drive, and I don't mind it so much if they're short trips and if it's on the highway, everybody's behaving. I don't like when they cinch up like that together. I don't like that. Now, I don't want to miss an opportunity to use this. How about that? I think that looks fine. So we also, if you watched my flea market finds, we went to some thrift, Joey's mom and I went to thrift stores while Joey and his dad were at a men's conference, but I'm going to move that over just a smidgy. On the way home, Joey and I stopped at a flea market, which is always fun. That's fun. We both like to do that. We look for different stuff, but we both like to do it. Okay, now let's get down to business here. We've still got some things to put on. I have another one of those. Okay. Oops, I keep bumping you with my head. Sorry about that. Just trying to see where I can fill in the blanks and what I have left. You know, that I haven't put somewhere else. Ooh, isn't that pretty? That's pretty. Okay, just one more. Not the yellow. I already have yellow there. I have the black and white-ish there. I'll take those out. Take the yellow out. Oh, that goes with that one. It's too close. Not crazy about that together, but we'll see what happens. I think that goes together too. What about this one? I don't really care for that. That there. That there. That there. Let's see how we think about that. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, good. And then I think what I'm going to do is, oh, that's when you know it's getting low, is I think I'm going to washi tape the rest of it really quickly, because, or I might use a little bit of this dictionary that I have here, because I want to border it really fast, because I want to have time to do that rose that Kate has on hers. I want to have time to fussy that one. If anyone has a really good recipe for okay, so here's the scenario. We love our deer, you know that. We love the deer in the yard. Love it. Love watching them. Love it. On the flip, we have really, when I say we, mostly Joey, has worked so hard at planting flowers. And we are just having trouble keeping the deer out of them. And I know there's some deer resistant flowers, but the ones we've planted we'd like to keep. So if anyone has a tried and true, like here, the dilemma is keeping the flowers and keeping the deer. So we're looking for like a deer deterrent, but also not, you know, like we want to just do it around the flowers, but the deer will still come and hang out at the house. Like they won't be so put off that they move on somewhere else. And I don't know if that's possible. So if anybody has any input on that, I would really appreciate your knowledge and expertise on it. You know, what your experience has been. I read a couple of well, I saw some where you can spray it on, and it has really, really mixed reviews, and a lot of them are, you know, they never saw another deer, and we don't want that. Then there was one where it was a homemade one with eggs and milk and pepper and all of that, and then you kind of let it ferment and rot, and then you spray it on. Well, we don't want our yard to not be pleasant either, because we like to have people over to our yard. So I'm going to see if I have something I can put in there. I think I have that. So, yeah, so that's kind of the situation. I'm just doing this because I tore it where there's a lot of white. Man, if we had to pick, that's so hard because we love them both so much. But I guess if we had to pick, we would go with keeping deer versus, you know, flowers. But we don't want to have to pick. Okay, let's do these really fast. Got some of these here. How are we doing on time? Not too bad. Get some of this off of here. Okay. Just trying to use that as a guide. May end up having to trim it after all, but some people on the reviews even said that they were able to plant hostas and the deer not bother them. Well, we had some hostas. Of course, deer ate them all. I didn't realize. And then, what was the other thing we planted and I didn't realize that they loved it? We don't have them anymore. I don't remember now what it was that we planted. So they're just basically, they don't like smell, you know, anything that's smelly. Somebody told me, what was it? Eucalyptus or mint or something? I wish we could find something that it was a one and done situation where, you know, if I had like the best case scenario, so we spray it or sprinkle it or whatever the case is, and then the flowers are beautiful and the deer still come to the yard. I'm going to keep that line. The deer still come to the yard, but they don't eat the flowers. So I really want the best of every world living out here in the country. Yeah, that's what I want. I'm going to do one more. I think that might do it. Okay. Hoping to have a date with my granddaughter this week. I'm hoping. She's on a school trip until today at some point. I think I want that word killing on there, so I'll take that off. Saving those margins, you know, to stamp on or to do whatever comes our way to do with it. Usually stamping. Anyways, so she's on a DECA, I want to say. She's doing a DECA trip with her school. Been gone for several days. They'll be back today. I think it's today they come back. And yeah, I'm dying to go on a date. Get some time. Okay, now I do think for fun, what do I want to do? I think I was thinking about pink, but I think I'm gonna just do the vintage. I'm just gonna quick. And I don't care if it wrinkles because I just vintage over it. Vintage photo right over a wrinkle. And you can even just put a wrinkle in there if you want. You can go like, sometimes I'll go like this. Once you glue it down, you know, the wrinkles kind of come out unless you just want it wrinkly. But it's fun to kind of put a different little something in it. All right, let's see where we're at. Okay. Make sure I have enough for the whole place. I end up putting this there and then trimming it off. Yeah, we'll have enough. We'll have enough. Let's get it down though. That way we can see what we need. I'm excited about spring. I love winter. Love the snow, all of it. And I am sad to see it go when it does go. But I'm excited for spring. And I'm excited for summer. And I'm excited for autumn. I'm just going to do right here. Well, I did cut that quite a bit larger, didn't I? Let's see, let's put this one first. Where am I at? Let's do that crinkle again. Don't need to go all the way down because this one's going to be way too big, way too long. Okay. Let's just go maybe right here. I'll probably put too much on, but try to be better safe than sorry on it. Wrap it around that. Let's open it up a little bit here. Kind of open it up a little bit. I can't find this, what would be the center. Did I get it? Almost. Okay, so that part I will cut off on the side. What's going on here? Come on. Okay. Oh, met such nice people going thrifting with my mother-in-law and her friend. Met this really nice gentleman at one of the thrift stores, and he was like, I'm definitely gonna watch your YouTube. I hope he does. Like, he's gonna say hi, so I'll wait until he says hi. And then we met a really nice server at a pizza place we went to, Chelsea. I remember her name, very sweet. That was fun. I think I am going to take this right down the center and then be able to use it. Use both sides. Uh-oh. Yeah. I'm just going to edge that tear. I'm using and gluing on the same paper. Oh boy. It's no wonder everything's sticking. Okay. Getting all glued. Just need a smidge. Right there. So, yeah, it was like, I don't know, 1:30 today or something this afternoon, and I realized, and this happens if I come home from traveling, I realized, oh, I forgot all about dinner tonight. So there are no dinner plans. I kind of like that, kind of going over that like that, but it's a little shy here. I don't know, is that the same? If I've used, here's a longer one. No, it's about the same, isn't it? Well, what I'm going to do is, let's use the short one, because I'm just going to barely fold it, not crease it, but just barely fold it, and I'm just going to tear, give it a little bit of a little rougher of a tear. Go down that middle. I need to watch a few videos. I'm on a couple of, I can't not remember the names of them, but I'm on a couple of Facebook, junk journal Facebook pages. And someone asked, what are your favorite, what's your favorite YouTube, junk journal YouTube channels to watch? And so I thought, oh, that's a great idea. So I went and was looking at some of them, and found some really great, people that do junk journals and have some really good ideas. And I like when things aren't too heavy or fancy or whatever, it's just real life stuff. Not super edited type of thing, although I do watch some edited things, but preference is just real life. And I think I might go ahead and do that crease. Make that a crease. Anyways, I can't think of any of them, but I'll try to remember to write some of them down. Or maybe I'll post it on my Facebook page, Joey and Jenny's Little Yellow House. But But you know, you get sometimes when you watch the same old people, not old people, but the same people, you kind of get stuck in doing things the same or doing things the same way. And it's fun to just kind of get someone new and get a perspective of somebody else when they're crafting. And the usuals. I'll probably always have my usuals. I feel like, you know, friends that I've had for a long time. I hope you feel that way. That looks nice. I like how that turned out. Let's see, down here. Need to... I guess we'll just put that whole thing there. So this was the only one that I didn't put on the edge. So let's put this on the edge here. Gotta get on it. We're almost done. I might pause while I fussy tear my Kate's. I'm going to cut that. I'm going to tear that. While I fussy tear Kate's, just so that when I come back we can finish it up. Yeah. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pause. I'm going to glue that. I'm going to fussy Kate's. And then before I finish it, I'll come right back. Okay, I'm back. It's been a little while. So I fussied out some of Kate's. And then I also grabbed a couple of these out of my ephemera pack from the Junk Journal Studio. And thought I'd add those on top. But I thought it was still a little samey same. So I think I'm going to add some washi. And I don't know. This is going to be my, you know how I like something unexpected? This is going to be my unexpected. I'll put that down. Not crazy about that point, but kind of sharp. Made it worse. Okay. All right. All right, so then I'm going to put that on top of that. And then we're almost done. And then you could, you know, like I did on some of the others, you could doodle. I don't know if you remember on the map one, I did a lot of doodling on the map one. And you could do that, or you could outline stuff with your marker. You could put, you know, you could put some stamps, like rubber stamp imprints on it. Okay. Okay with that. I love this washi tape. I have no idea where I got it. And I do end up saving it for things. It would go good in the Groovy journal. Be a little longer. Just put it down in a few spots. I've got paper everywhere. I think I'm gonna put some art glitter glue on this because this is kind of glossy and I want this to kind of go on top of it. So just put a little bit on that and on my hand. Okay. Gosh. A little crooked up there. this down. It's pretty. I think I'm going to put a little more washi. Where do I want it? I think I'm just going to put it right here. Bang, bang, dropping everything, throwing everything. If you have lasted this long in the video, I really appreciate it. I mean, I appreciate you watching any of it, but I know this is kind of a long video. So thank you for hanging out. Okay. And then I feel like this still needs something up here, but maybe just a little coloring. We'll see. Sometimes after I turn the camera off, I think, oh, I should have done that. And then I just do it. That's why sometimes the picture on Instagram looks just a smidgy different. Sometimes, not always. How about let's use a little bit of this washi too. No. You know what I'm going to use is I've got a washi in my bucket somewhere. There it is. Well, that's not exactly it. Let's see if I can find it. I don't have like an organized washi thing. I just have a bucket and everything is in that. So just fish through, and oftentimes I find, that's pretty, oh here it is. Oftentimes I find washi tape that I, you know, as I'm rummaging, find washi that I forgot I had. But I like this one. This is another one. Oh, I know where I think I got this. I think I got this at the office supply store. I need to go back over there. This has been years ago, but oh my gosh, I have used this so much. So much. I'll cut that top off. Yeah, so this is just that unexpected I was telling you about, when you put a little bit of something that, you know, doesn't necessarily go. You wouldn't have maybe thought about it. And when you do, it makes everything else kind of pop. I think anyways, personally. Oops. I don't like when it splits. Sometimes I'll use a little piece, but oh man. But often I like it to all match the width. The length doesn't have to be the same. Oh boy. Come on. Okay. Nothing like spending the last 20 minutes trying to get the washi off. I'm going to go ahead and cut that. And let's see here. I'm going to put 5 pieces, I believe, is what it needs. I like to do the odd. You don't have to. Something about the eye seems to be okay with odd, but unless if it's even, to me it seems like the eye wants to have it symmetric if things are even. Okay, and then one more. Okay. All right, and then let's just cut this off. I think she's done. So I hope you'll give it a try. Have fun with it. And, you know, do some unexpected. I have some ideas for my next calendar. Some different ideas. In this calendar, I've used scraps from previous projects, but I kind of have a different idea for the next one, so I'm going to think through it and then I'll let you know. All right, everybody. Well, thanks so much for hanging out with me and going through this with me and watching me do my last page in the calendar. I don't know what I'm going to do with these pages, and I think I'm going to keep it so I can remember that I did this on a calendar. I think I'm going to keep that. This says, you know, monthly planner here. Anyways, thanks for hanging out with me, and don't forget, we pray blessings over you, and we want you to know you're so loved. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.